Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is week 0 of my doing 100 weeks of creating a healthier lifestyle. This is a huge challenge for me that I have set for myself. And I realize 100 weeks is about 4 weeks short of 2 years. So, this is going to be basically a 2-year project that I am committing myself to. I want to say attempting to, but I'm committing myself to because I want to be healthier. I need to be healthier. So I want to create a healthier lifestyle. I want to make changes in my life to become healthier and better. I have been doing my 100 days of YouTube videos. I'm in my fourth set of 100 days of videos that have helped to improve my attitude and helped to improve myself, I think, and my confidence. I think enough to do with this. And these videos have kind of become my, how I report to myself, I guess, my accountability. Instead of having an accountability partner or having someone else, because oftentimes I do things with friends or other people, which is good. But then one or both of us lets the other person off the hook when we're too busy for this or too busy for that. Something comes up, and then I don't do things on my own. I just stop doing whatever it was we were doing together, going to the gym. Oh, you're not going to be able to meet me at the gym. Well, then I'm not going to go to the gym. I've done that many a time. So with many a friend, there's always something that comes up, but it's easy to say, okay, no big deal, no big deal. So these videos is kind of a way for me to not let myself off the hook, to have to explain this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at, kind of my accountability to myself. And even on the days when I don't feel like doing anything, if I remember that I have my videos to make, I will make my video. And if there's something specific I have to do before I can make my video, then I will find a way to do whatever that is in order to make my video. I did that with my writing, where I ran out of things to write and I just counted writing names on Christmas presents as my writing for the day because it was something I don't normally do, and it was writing and I had to make a video. So some of my videos are a little bit desperate like that. Some of these videos may be a little bit desperate like that. But this is week 0, kind of like ground zero, patient zero, whatever. This is kind of, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm necessarily at rock bottom, but this is probably, I'm the unhealthiest I've been physically. And I am trying to regain some spiritual and emotional health. I have been doing that over the past year. I wouldn't be willing to commit to these videos right now, but I want to continue to grow in those areas, and there's some other areas I want to work on as well. So I've come up with 6 areas to work on improving myself in my life, to create a healthier lifestyle, to alleviate stress, worry, to, like, finances is one of them, because if I'm financially stable, solvent, not in debt, not owing people, not stressing about how the bills are going to get paid every month, then that alleviates a lot of worry and stress and resolves a lot of emotional issues that I have, or helps me to be less stressed emotionally. So that helps, me to be emotionally healthier, I guess. And then, of course, if I'm not constantly stressed out like that, that allows my body to relax so that my body can be healthier, because I know that my body holds on to all of those emotions and all of the traumas and things in my life. So my emotional health affects my physical health. So this is like I said, a long-term goal for me, because I realize my finances aren't going to magically be better overnight. My health is not going to magically be better overnight. It's taken me years of deteriorating and not caring and not taking care of myself to be the mess that I am. So this is the process of just cleaning myself up a little bit, becoming a little bit better. I will, for now, at least continue my 100 days of YouTube videos. I'm in the middle of celebrating myself for 100 days and discovering all the things I love about myself. And part of doing these 100 weeks of working on myself is also a way to kind of take some of my character traits that I'm discovering are a little out of whack, gone to the extreme, and trying to bring them back into some form of balance. I do realize that life is going to continue to happen, and I will have setbacks. Some weeks I will do much better than others. Some weeks I may only work on one of my 6 areas. Other times I will work on everything. This is just going to be my weekly report of what I've done towards creating a healthier lifestyle for myself. And I realize that is going to involve making a lot of changes on what I do on a daily basis, which is difficult to make changes. And I realize it's going to be small, tiny baby steps. And that is why I have set this out for 100 weeks, giving myself basically almost 2 years to change. One of the biggest things I really want to work on is my physical health, well-being, my weight. I am like 130 pounds overweight, basically. I weighed myself today for my week 0. This is really sad. I kind of don't want to share this, but I will, because I'm hoping that in the next 100 weeks that I will get closer, maybe 100 pounds closer. That would be nice. Trying to be realistic here to my goal weight. So my goal weight is somewhere between 130 and 150. I think I prefer like 140, 145, but I know I was pretty content at one point when I was 150 and wearing a size 10. I had doctor at that point tell me that I should be 130 for my age and height, bone structure, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. I'm 20 pounds overweight and I was considered obese. I don't care. I'm content where I'm at. I do not ever wish to be the same size I was in high school. I was 106 pounds and completely unhealthy in the opposite direction. So not interested in getting that tiny. But so anywhere from 130 to 150, I will be quite happy. I'll probably be content at 150 pounds. At this point, I'd probably be happy to be under 200 pounds, but my scale says that I am at 270.8 today. Ugh. And I know that in the process of gaining weight, losing weight, the process of trying to lose weight, that sometimes you gain weight. I think my body right now is probably going to gain a little bit more weight. Not that I'm doing huge things for exercise, but I'm trying to implement things to have a little bit more mobility. So my form of exercise, because I don't have a lot of energy due to my lack of sleep and my weight and medication and other things, I'm attempting to just move around my house a few times a day. I'm attempting to clean, using cleaning for 10 to 20 minutes. Cleaning up stuff in my kitchen and taking out trash and things like that. That is my exercise for right now. So not huge amounts of exercise, just like I said, baby steps, but it's something to get me up and moving and active. And I am attempting to eat more foods. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to get to where I've been doing better at having food in my house and eating food at home. But I still, when I go out to work, I still stop and buy snacks at the gas station, which is not good. But I'm going to do that until I can go to the store and buy some more snacks, or until I clean up my kitchen enough that I'm actually going to make snacks. So this is a gradual process. I also will be cutting dairy out of my diet. Dairy is mostly out of my diet. The only time it isn't is when I randomly buy stuff that I have no control over, like at the gas station or, drive through somewhere, because I don't know what they put in their food, or I know they put cheese in it and I figure, oh, it's okay, even though it really isn't. So I also kind of want to try to be gluten-free. So we're going to be trying to experiment with different flours that don't have gluten in them, and how to make breads and other things that still taste yummy and still have a decent texture to them. Because I've done gluten-free stuff before and they either have a weird texture to them or they taste funny. The last gluten-free stuff I tried, I had made banana bread, and it had like a rubbery texture to it. Like, I was like, it tasted good. It just was rubbery, which is weird. But it was the flour, because I made something else with it. I made pancakes, and rubber pancakes are just disgusting. So it's the flour, not the bread. So I'm gonna try that again with a friend. Make some banana bread in a couple of days with a friend, and she's going to bring over her almond flour, so I'm going to try something a little different there. So I am working with a friend to try to get some healthier foods for myself to eat, but it will still be up to me to choose to eat them. So But I have a tendency to not eat, as I may have mentioned in other videos. So I think my body will initially gain a little bit of weight just because I'm actually feeding it food, and it's like, oh, food. So I think until my metabolism gets used to the idea that I'm actually going to feed it on a regular basis, I might gain a little bit of weight. I'm hoping not too much more, because I really don't like being, this is the heaviest I've ever been in my life, and I am disgusted by it. And every time I look in the mirror, I can't believe that's me, because I've always been skinny. So to be this big is just, ugh. Anyway, my goal is to be a lot skinnier in the next 100 weeks. So we will see how that works. I am not at this moment working with a doctor with all of this, but at some point, when I get enough extra money, I will go see one of those naturopathic doctors or someone that will go over all of my hormone levels and things and help me figure out what foods I need to eat, what supplements I need to take to get my body's hormones and everything the way that they're supposed to be. In the meantime, I'm going to work on other things that will maybe help my body to figure itself out. Like I said, my little mini exercise and eating differently. But I have all of these other, besides my physical health, I want to work on my spiritual health. I need to be reading my scriptures and meditationals more, doing better at doing my lessons for Sunday school at church, attending church, things like that. Just things that will make me feel spiritually in tune with God, and making sure that I'm on the right track spiritually, because that spiritually, I think, is just kind of the umbrella that helps with everything. And having that connection to God and to the Spirit just helps me to know what I need to do, what direction I need to go in. It gives me the added motivation to follow through with all of the goals and commitments that I'm making to myself. So this is kind of a new thing. Well, maybe not new, but since I've started these videos, committing to do things to myself and keeping commitments that I make to myself. I'm always better at making commitments than keeping them for other people. But these videos help me keep commitments to myself. Emotionally, I mentioned that before. That is another thing that I definitely need to work on. I am taking an emotional self-reliance class through my church right now, which is good. I have my 12-step programs that I have my meditationals. I read for that, but I haven't been attending my 12-step meetings. So I need to get back to attending my 12-step meetings and working my steps, because that will help me emotionally and spiritually. And being healthier emotionally and spiritually, I think, will help me to be healthier physically as well. These kind of all tie in together. So, and I did put socially on here as well, because I'm not really a social person. I do need to be around people. I understand the need for people, but I realize that I don't connect with my friends on a daily basis. It's probably been months or even a year since I've talked to my aunt that just lives, a few blocks away from me. Well, maybe not a few blocks, but, a mile or so away from me. I used to live with my aunt, and now I don't even talk to my aunt. So not that I don't love my aunt, it's just, anyway. But I realize that I'm not always socially connected, and going to my 12-step meetings is another way to also socially connect to people. So I need to be a little bit better socially. I think that's a healthy thing, because I think being around other people, healthy people will help encourage me to continue to be healthy. It will help to increase my emotional health, which in turn will help to increase my physical health. So again, all of these things I feel like tie together. And then I have mentally healthy. And it was really interesting in my emotional self-reliance class last night. We were talking about mental exercises and how to mentally focus on being in the present and being in today, and how to do mental exercises to help the body relax and help to focus and all of these things. So I'm like, cool, now I have a list of activities for my mental focus, which I may or may not use, but I do need to be mentally healthy, because sometimes, especially on this medication I've been taking, I just feel like I'm mentally foggy and I'm not present, which is frustrating because I would like to be present and aware, or be able to respond to what's going on around me, to remember dates and times and things that I need to do. So, or some way to learn how to turn my brain off so that I can actually, sleep and not worry and not stress. So my 6 areas that I have mentioned: spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, socially, and financially. And I know that the more emotionally, all the other stuff, if I feel good about myself, I take much better care of my finances. I don't spend my money willy nilly. I like, this is, I put my money into savings. I do really good with my finances. When I'm emotional, depressed, or, not taking care of myself, I don't care. I spend money I don't have, or I spend money that's meant for bills on things that I want. Um, I'm very financially not healthy. So I have acquired a bunch of debts and things that I need to get paid off, which will help, and possibly look for another job. I have debated back and forth on that one. I'm not entirely sure, and maybe in the next 100 weeks I will have a different job. Maybe I will continue to have this job. Maybe I will get one of my books published and I will make a little bit of money off of that. I don't know. There's just a lot of different things that I can do for all of these different areas. So this is kind of week 0. This is where I will just be over the next week. I will be trying to figure out what things I can do or want to do for each of these areas. And then next week, I will be reporting in as to what I did, how I feel like it's working or not working, and possibly what things I'm going to do in the future. And I know it wasn't too long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, I was doing something similar to this with my sister. And I typed up something that had a list of stuff that I wanted. So I need to open my laptop and see if I still have an Excel spreadsheet that has all this stuff that I can kind of find a way to track it besides just my videos, because I want to have something to look at to be like, I did this. So I can tell you at the end of next week. But I will report on my weight every week. I will report on what I did as far as exercising and taking care of myself and how I'm feeling emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. And like I said, right now, financially, I'm behind and in debt and all kinds of crazy, and pretty much all kinds of crazy with everything. So spiritually is probably the best one that I have, but I still feel a little behind on that because I haven't been reading my scriptures and meditationals, and I haven't been journaling. But I know that God has blessed me to be able to continue to do these videos. He has inspired me to come up with this commitment for the next 100 weeks to help me become better, to create a healthier lifestyle for myself, so that when life happens and things hit me, I have something in place that will help me to continue to work around whatever's going on, so that I can continue to be healthy emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, mentally, and socially. So those are my goals. I also had a bishop once several years ago when I was struggling with something. Um, I was engaged to some guy and it didn't work out. That wasn't the guy that I was married to, it was a different one. Anyway, just clarifying. But my bishop at that point said that he said something similar to his daughter, that if you work on improving yourself in these areas, emotionally, mentally, physically, socially, financially, what are they? Spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, socially, financially. I don't think he said financially. I think he said all the other ones, and I added financially because I need that one. But if I worked on improving myself in all of those areas, that things would fall into place and that I would meet the right man, or that things would work out. I would feel much healthier and happier. I wouldn't be concerned about whether or not I'm meeting the right man or the right situation, but I would be where God wants me to be, and I would be closer to God, and I would be in a better place. So things would work out better, something to that effect. So it's like, focus on taking care of yourself, and then relationships and other things that need to happen in your life will happen in your life, basically. So this is me attempting to try to put myself back together, to look inward, to look to God, to take care of myself instead of looking outward and expecting other people to fix me or to solve my problems for me. This is my becoming self-reliant and independent, and not being the damsel in distress that I love to be, but I can't ever seem to find the knight in shining armor to come rescue me. So I'm going to be the knight and rescue myself at this point. So anyway, that is my my goals for the next 100 weeks. This is my week 0, just explaining where I'm at the bottom, and hopefully over the next several weeks I will start to show some form of improvement. Really hoping for some form of improvement. We will see. But that is all I have. If you like these videos, or if you would like to join me in my quest of creating a healthier lifestyle, please feel free to do so. Share in the comments, share with someone else, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you have any suggestions on what you think that I could do that would be helpful to me in this process, I would appreciate that too. And that is all that I have. I'm really used to ending all of these videos with telling people to have a good day. Sorry. I'm really into gratitude. I love gratitude, and I am grateful that I can do these videos and come up with this commitment that God has given me these ideas for this commitment. And hopefully, as I follow through with this, I will get healthier and be much happier with who I am and where I am in my life. And that is really the goal, is to be happy with who I am and where I am and with what I have, and finding contentment and confidence in myself. And I hope that if you choose to join me along this way, that will be something that you find in yourself as well. And so that is all I have. I hope you have a great day full of gratitude. And like I said, I'm so used to ending my 100 days. This is different. But I hope you find ways to live a healthier, happier lifestyle. Thank you.